Hi everyone, this is another edition of Face Your Face, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about transitioning to thumb position on the double bass. So let's just take this up on the G string, because this is where we start most of the time. And let's imagine we're playing in G dominant 7, okay? So So when we transition up to the thumb position, we've got to get our fingering right. Now on the double bass, by now, if you're able to think about going to thumb position, by now you should have your claw shape in the left hand sorted, and your intonation in the bottom part of the neck should be pretty accurate by now. Okay, so if we take the scale, okay, so there we're going all the way up the scale. So let's just look at how to transition. Just go from the open G, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so when we hit the G, that's where we're using the thumb just to voice the harmonic. First finger to voice the A, third finger to voice the B. Then we're going to shift up to play the C. Actually, you get more accurate if you use your third finger for the D. And then E, F, G. Okay. So once you've got used to making that transition, then you can start thinking about just playing G in the thumb position. The reason I picked G is because it's one of the scales which includes all the open harmonics, which we can voice with our thumb. So if you're playing blues, you know, you can feel quite comfortable then in the thumb position in G. So one thing I suggest practicing then is just practice your fingering in the thumb position. Go down the scale of G, of G7, which is basically C major. Okay, and just check your accuracy on the root note G by playing it voiced on the E string and then open on the G string, just to see if it's the correct intonation. Okay, so you can hear that my intonations, although it's definitely not perfect, it's not bad. I've been playing the double bass for about 10 years or something now, so it should be, it should actually be better than it is now, but so you can get double stops, and also you can use Chromatics to go all the way up to the G, and it sounds effective. So I recommend actually using just maybe you want to get a loop going in G7 and just practice playing over that, just so you can hear your intonation. Sometimes on the double bass, if you don't practice with something to keep your ear in check, it's easy to lose intonation and actually play inaccurately. So I thoroughly recommend using something in concert pitch to practice to. It's very good for tuning your ears to the double bass. I remember when I began playing the double bass, I found sometimes I thought I was playing the correct intonation, but when I played the chord on the piano and checked against it, I was out, you know, and that sounds kind of painful. So you want to try and avoid that. So again, let's just go through that. Practice the scale from the root note. Then going up to the thumb position. Try to come back down. But when you come back down, don't play it all the way down the deck, play it back down into the thumb position. That's my little tip for getting the thumb position. Let's just take a look at that again. Okay. And then you got your harmonic, playing the highest G. It's not the highest G possible. There's another one up here. There it is. So, you know, you can actually play. The double bass has a lot more range. And some masters of the double bass, playing with the bow, they can actually play up here, and you know, it sounds like they have the range of a viola or something. This is pretty incredible. I ain't there yet though, no way. So that's pretty tough stuff. So anyway, what I suggest also is just practice playing a blues progression. Okay, so you can practice the blues progression like that, and check your intonation as well. You can just check when you go down to the E and to the A. So let's go through the. So doing that's going to give you a real good idea of what notes you can play in your solo as well. So if you know your blues up in the thumb position, etc. So that gives you, it really opens up what you can do on the bass, because you can play between 2 octaves. You know, so it gives you, play the phrases again an octave up. Eventually you'll be able to do that, you just jump between the octaves. And I personally find this much more comfortable to do sitting down. I prefer to play the wood bass sitting down than standing up. Standing up, I feel a bit awkward going into thumb position. Although I can do it, I find I can do it better sitting down. So you might want to consider what type of stance you use when you're playing. So that's good, and I'll be going into a little bit more about the kind of things I was doing there in my improvisation.